Hi guys, welcome back to Clutter Fairy, where I help you get organized with just 10 minutes a day. I cannot believe that we are about to start 2018. It's crazy. So what I wanted to talk to you about with this video is a few things that you can purge so that you can start the new year out organized and clutter-free. So some of the apps and products I'm going to be suggesting today, I am not endorsed by, but I thought they were really good resources and I wanted to share them with you. So let's dive in. Medicine is a big one because we've been conditioned to turn these back into a pharmacy or back into your police department. But according to the U.S. Food and Drug Administration, almost all of your medicines can actually be thrown in your trash can if you follow these steps. They recommend that you mix the medicine you're discarding with something that's gross, like kitty litter, dirt, coffee grounds. This makes the medicine less appealing to children and animals if they get into it, but also it makes it harder for someone who's actually looking for drugs in the trash to be able to decipher what it is and take it. So what you need to do is get a resealable bag, jar, or can, mix it with that gross mixture, and then you can seal it and put it in the trash. What this does is it also prevents it from spilling out and contaminating other things. But if you'd like more information on this and to verify, which I suggest you do, click in the description below. I've got a link directly to the US FDA website, and you could check it out for yourself. This will really help with purging your medicines. We have them in the trunks of our car, stashed in our closets, maybe even a drawer. Reusable bags have become that unintentional collectible. So many of my clients have way more than they need. So I suggest again, setting that timer, pull them all out, pick your favorite ones, and just keep 12 to 20 bags at the most. But then keep them in your car. Most of the time when you go shopping, that's when you're going to realize you need a shopping bag. So a lot of grocery stores are starting a take one, leave one program. So if you have extra bags, you could put it in a box, and when you walk in and realize, I forgot a bag, you can take one out. If your local grocer doesn't have this, be the one that starts it. Also, many food banks are always looking for these as they use the bags as a way to distribute to families in need. Why do we feel the need to keep these babies? If you have them in your home, it's time to throw them away. If you honestly think you're going to use the container, jar, or whatever it came in, stick it in the freezer. This allows the wax to contract and it's easy to pop it out and throw it away, and then you can just wipe out the jar. Or if you're feeling really Pinteresty, you can make new candles from the wax. The idea that I do love is making fire starters. Check this out. There's a step-by-step video linked below. I would definitely do this if you're a camper or if you like to have outside bonfires. So textbooks is a touchy subject. I can't tell you how often I come across clients who have a big section of their shelf taken up with books because they spent so much money on them. They've been out of college for 10, 15 years. They've never touched that book again, but it was a $200 book. Since we spend so much money on these mandatory items, it's really hard to get rid of them. But places like Textbook for Change and American Book Drive can redistribute these books to places of need. These websites are linked below, but they do have a 15-year cutoff, so donate them now while they can still be of use to another person. It happens to everyone. You sit down for just a few minutes to give your email a quick scan, and an hour later, you're still there. Here's a few tips on how to organize and purge your emails. The best suggestion is taking immediate action. An inbox full of unopened emails is really stressful, but so is an email inbox filled with read messages. So as soon as you're done with a conversation, delete it if you're done with it, or file it in the appropriate folder. Now, if you need tips on how to create your email inboxes, check the link below for my video on how to set up files. You can also use apps like Unroll Me. Again, not sponsored, but this app will allow you to review all of your subscriptions and unsubscribe with one click. Great resource, super fast to do. Utilize your search function. For example, I just typed in Target, and 50 messages came up. Now it's the holidays, so they're sending out a lot of ads right now. But by doing this, I was able to hit select all and delete all 50 like that. That really helped to clean up my inbox. But you can do the same thing. If you know of a service that you're getting a lot of emails from, type in the name and they will all appear, and then you can just delete or move to their folder so that you can read through them later. And this is my biggest tip as always, set the timer. Don't try and do this all in one long session. That would be overwhelming. Set that timer though and just see how much you can do in the 10 minutes. Before you know it, you'll have a totally cleaned out and set up email box. We're all guilty of buying too much food. Places like Sam's Club and Costco makes it really affordable to buy in bulk, but we don't need to keep all of it if it's something we're not eating. So take your food items out of the pantry. You can just do one shelf a day. Don't overwhelm yourselves. Always follow that 10-minute guideline. But group your food items by canned goods, by dry goods. You can break that down into your pastas, your grains, your baking items. Once you have them separated though, it really is easier to see what you need for future shopping trips, but it also allows you to weed out those items that you've never used, or maybe you bought for one recipe and it's been sitting there for 2 years. If it's stale, throw it away, but if it still has some shelf life in it, some food banks will still accept foods even if they're a little bit past their expiration date. Not all of them, and obviously to a point, but if it's only a month or two past the expiration date and you don't want to use it, a lot of food banks are still happy to take it so that they can provide it to those in need. So check with your local food bank and see. With such a short life cycle on our tech items these days, it's almost impossible to not end up with tons of cables and chargers. The good news is they can be reused or recycled. Whatever you do, don't throw them in the trash. They are still considered hazardous waste, but most Best Buys have a recycling center right at the front of their store. You don't even have to go inside. It's literally right in front of the store. Just drop it in and drive away. That can easily be done in 10 minutes. Yay you! This last tip, you guys, is so exciting for me that it actually covers number 8, 9, and 10 on my list. Hair products, body products, makeup products. I love these products and I have become a little bit of a hoarder. I get excited when I find something new and I want to try it. People give me new products all of the time, and I've found that a lot of my clients are in the same boat. We have so many products for our hair and body and makeup that we never use, and they just kind of start to accumulate in a little product graveyard. Take the time to go through and weed out those items that you don't want. And here's the reason why. I have found the most amazing resource for these unwanted and unused items. You ready? Project Beauty Share. I've got a link for them in the description below. This amazing group of volunteers has learned how to sanitize and redistribute the unwanted products that you have, and they provide these products to women in shelters. I am seriously so excited about this because I can't tell you how often I myself have items that I truly only used once, didn't like, didn't take back in a timely fashion, and they are just sitting there. Well, I am so excited about this group. So please check on the link below, but what an exciting reason to go through and pare down your items. Give it to somebody who can reuse it. And the exciting thing is now you'll have more room. So if you get new products for Christmas, you've got a place to put them. Well guys, that's all I have for today. I really hope that one or all of these tips inspired you to get 2018 a little bit more organized and clutter-free. If you did like it, please click the like button below, subscribe, and most importantly, comment on an area that you'd like help getting organized. I will be taking off the next 2 weeks, but I will be back in 2018 to help you stay organized. Thanks for watching and happy holidays.